Hello everyone, I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. This week is an exciting time for our nation as over the course of the next 5 days, our nation will exercise our greatest testaments of freedom, our right to vote, while also honoring our veterans, the incredible men and women who protected that right, along with our many other freedoms and guarantees. The Constitution of the United States has endured for over 2 centuries. It remains the object of reverence for Americans and admiration by most around the world. Part of the reason for the Constitution's enduring strength is that it is the absolute complement of our Declaration of Independence, which provides the basis for our government, the legitimate power by the consent of the people. This week, we have the opportunity to go vote for our elected government leaders and to also celebrate and honor those who have proudly fought for our nation's many freedoms. While it is an exciting time, this week is about so much more than celebrating a holiday by having a barbecue or picnic. This Friday is Veterans Day, a day our nation commemorates the sacrifices made by those whose lives were put on the line for the freedoms we hold sacred. Whether our veterans completed their military service or were lost on the field of battle, our country owes each of them and their families a debt of gratitude. Our nation's struggles to preserve our freedoms over our history have historically inspired others to memorialize incredible accomplishments with pride and patriotic symbols such as our flag and national anthem. Francis Scott Key was inspired to write the lyrics to the Star-Spangled Banner as we were still unsure of the outcome of the battle, yet he saw the Star-Spangled Banner proudly flying and realized that the brave Americans had been victorious. More than 1 million American fighting men and women have given the last full measure of devotion in service to our great country. Veterans Day is a time of solemn reflection on some of the most sacred of ideals: faith, family, duty, commitment, heroism, and honor. Without question, we are profoundly indebted to all who have given so much to protect our values and way of life. Their valor and sacrifice have made possible our freedoms, including our right to vote, a freedom that we can never take for granted and that we should never miss the opportunity to exercise. As a nation, we may not always agree on philosophies, but we do know that natural freedom is an ideal worth defending because there will always be those who hope to undermine our liberty, safety, and very way of life. By honoring our veterans and the principles of our Constitution, we show gratitude for the devotion to human dignity. Our nation continues to be built upon a solid foundation where ordinary men and women sometimes make great sacrifices and endure extraordinary challenges. This foundation was not free and has been paid for time and time again with the selfless blood and sweat of many generations of Americans from every corner of our country. So this week, as we honor the devotion of our veterans and the forethought of our founding fathers, please remember, as a direct result of our freedoms, we have the right to freely and openly express our opinions and to vote and choose what we individually believe is the best direction for our country. Because of these rights, we may disagree with others in their expressions, but that is what makes America so great. General George Patton, one of my heroes, once said, "If everyone sitting at the table is thinking alike, someone isn't thinking." Regardless of who you support for this election, I encourage you to go vote, to proudly be part of this important process, and more than anything else, to exercise the freedom that so many men and women of our armed forces have fought to protect. As you head out to the polls tomorrow morning, I ask you to please be respectful of everyone's right to vote for the person of their choice, and to remember that no matter the outcome on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, we are all still Americans, that regardless of our political views, race, gender, ethnicity, or religion, all live together in the greatest country on the planet. Brevard County is one of the most awesome places in our country to call home. So tomorrow, please be mindful of everyone's rights and liberties, and remember that at the end of the day, we all make up what I believe is one of the best communities in the nation. In closing, I ask that everyone remember to thank our veterans, reserves, and active duty personnel stationed around the world as we all pray for their safe return home. Without their sacrifices, we would not be the nation we are today.